Hi, it's Dana from Parenting in Real Life. I realized yesterday I went live and never really said who I was or where you could find more information about me. I'm a parent and teen coach, and my website is parentinginreallife.org. Feel free to reach out. Yesterday I was here talking about what we were not really responsible for as parents. Things like we're not responsible for our children to be happy all the time. And I thought today I'd say a little bit about what we are responsible for. So keeping them safe, we are responsible for that. Keeping them supported, that's also something we're responsible for. Encouraging and teaching independence, I think is really important, because we can't just do that when they're out the door at 18. We need to do it all the way along the way. So we need to teach them and encourage that independence. We also need to make the tough decisions, and that's where we're not necessarily making our kids happy all the time. But we do have to be responsible, and we do have to make the tough decisions and set limits for them. What else do we need to do for them? Let me just check my notes. Set limits. Oh, holding them accountable, of course. We need to hold them accountable for whatever limits we do set and whatever rules we have in the house or rules going out of the house, our family values that we want them to be awake and alive with and keeping in their hearts when they're not with us. Things like that. I think those are all really important. I also think we need to realize that we are not perfect, and we need to be able to apologize and be honest with our children, especially if we want them to do the same with us. Trust is a two-way street, and I think it's really important to remember that, because if they can't trust our reaction, for instance, let's say we don't want them to lie to us, right? Which is always a big thing. Then we want to trust them that they won't lie, but we need to give them that ability to be honest with us, and not have us fly off the handle or whatever the case may be, right? So if we don't want them out and drinking, but we don't want them to lie, we want them to be able to call us to come home and say, I need a ride because I've been drinking or my friend's been drinking. And that's really important. That two-way trust is really, really important, I think, to have a nurturing, good, long-term relationship with them. And I think the other thing we have to remember is that we need to hang on. This is a bumpy ride. It is not easy. And we go through so many phases for us, but also for our kids and all their different ages and what's going on in the world. So this is a new world for us and for all of us. So we're feeling our way through, and I think we need to give ourselves that break and give them a little leeway and realize that this is not easy for them. And then I guess what I also said yesterday, but I will repeat it, is that you're the expert on your child. As they get older, they're also the experts, so it is good to talk with them. For instance, if my daughter would come home from school and I'd want her to do her homework right away, and she would think, no, I want to take a break, or I wanted her to do homework in the quiet and she wanted music, right? So we are the experts, but they are also the experts on themselves, and I do think we need to allow them that and engage and negotiate some in the relationship. That makes sense? The other thing about us being the experts is that it's our house, our rules, but it's also how we treat them, and we don't have to take advice from anybody else. We need to work with our partner, have to work with our kids, but our neighbors or our friends or our kids' friends, parents, we don't need to take advice from them, and we should try to remember that we are the ones who know best, and be comfortable with your parenting, because you're doing your best every single day, and that is all anybody can ask for. So we're going to mess up. Our kids are going to mess up. That's all right. Take the next step. Make up. Work it out. And give yourselves and your kids a break. I'm trying to learn to do that myself. Anyway, thank you for watching. Hey, Jim Halen. Really nice to see people on here, and drop a note if you have any questions or any topics you'd want me to talk about next time. All right, thanks. Have a good day. Bye.